Good morning. It's really early where I'm at. I was making this video before I go to work. Uh, just want to come to talk about some things. Like you see in the title of the video, I'm stated, I make a statement, I'm human too. It's not even talking about flaws or I have flaws or imperfections or anything. You know, I'm born in this world. I go and state clearly, I'm born in this world without no parents in a very hostile, very violent, very toxic environment. You know, and I've always noticed there's never been no room for me to improve or ever grow. It's either this way, right? Because the expectation, the high bar they raise, they always constantly raise the bar just so I could never ever reach it. Able to touch the bar, I reach it. And even when I reach the bar, all I do is either raise it high or raise it low. And it's just this game, this constant game you're playing with the devil for try catch the bar. And it really, even though it's a game, when you take aside for look back, this affecting you in real ways, affecting you financially, affecting you emotionally, affecting you in real, actual real ways, right? Affecting you psychologically, and I'm the type of guy I'm more likely to detach and disassociate with anything I don't feel that's not going to improve, or if it's the sake say it have some condition or terms of being there, if I can work with it to get by it so I don't have to have it in my life again, I'll do it. I'll do it for the sake of us to do it. It's need to be done. As a man, I work very hard. I work extremely hard. I work till, like when a guy, those muscle heads goes to the gym and, you know, them work out, do crazy workout. That's how I work. No matter whatever the weather storm. I go reach, I go be there comfortably. I go try be as comfortable as possible and maintain focus and concentration. It's always a learning experience. Every day you happen to learn something new. But when you have people who don't have a disinterest for you and want the opposite for you, they don't want to see you elevate. They don't even like the how they don't even like your presence. They don't want to see your presence, cause your presence, make them feel bad about themselves or whatever. I don't know. It's not even say I don't know. I'm not interested in putting their thoughts, projecting their thoughts into my brain. I don't want to do that. I don't want to think about the possible negative stuff. And it's a constantly that I have to be doing with a lot of people in there, people in life, just generally. And I'm saying like barely the barely anything going on for me. Everything you see me doing is me trying to attract success to myself, and is a problem. Is a problem in a predominantly black country and being melanated. But I notice that majority of history, the whole what I noticed in this country called Jamaica, they have failed to teach us any ounce of the real history. And I had to go out myself. So now I have to know to use it as a tool to operate in society. Cause I see say this country has been compromised from way over time. Them claim say it's the slave trade and them go for bring Africans here. Cause these people is the slave patrol. Is the slave patrol. The white man not even ask them for do these things. Cause I'm not see some the white clients them. They're very cool and down to earth. I even catch them and say the bomber clot, this and that, rate, rate. So how this man seek me out for try do all sort of stuff and if me never catch on, cause I'm even know say, yeah, nothing can escape, nothing 3 miles away from my consciousness can escape. I know people might think sus to trust whatever I say after this. Or I not even want to put, but certain things have reached, have accumulated certain, I'm not even going to talk about that part, you know, like in that sense. But, I have to gain different skills, skill set and ability to conducive to the environment I constantly living in. At least now going up, I know this is not my whole page, so nobody is not going to be on what I'm talking about, because they've, and this is not the government, this is not the United States, this is not even my government, Jamaica. This is not who are always constantly attempting on my life. Cause people want to blame the governments and these world governments, yeah, and this and that, and say all sort of stuff about things that are not true. Cause the system is really embedded in this people. And that's why I come to realize politics don't real. None of these things what we talk about on the media is not real. People might be hearing me saying these things. Even I sometimes believe that, this is ridiculous what I'm saying. But when you look on it, when I personally take a step and look up beyond the trees, uh, go up there and look upon the trees, look upon the trees beyond the forest or wherever it go, look on the forest beyond the trees, and then when I see this vast tree, I see says people is the very same people who complaining about how it's so hard, how it's so tough. Is you the system? Is you is the system? Cause the whole system is run off of ego. Is run off of ego, right? Who is the people who dwell in ego? The same somebody where we call out, but it has come unbearable for me and intolerable for me, where I feel like there's no room for me on this earth. Cause how you can express your predicament to your superior, and the only thing they've taken from it for try say things to provoke you, or that was inconsistent with your character, just because the cruelty and wickedness that filling them out. You know that I can't even look my supervisor in his face. I can't even do them stuff there because how corrupt this man is. Because some this there is a prejudice in this country, not only for tall people who are tall, right? There is a open prejudice towards, and it is like, I don't know if it's a thing where people just express for me. I don't know if other I've heard other, but they don't express their sentiments like how they express my sentiments. To the life where they're bringing me, the path that they're bringing me on in life. You know, but I'm going to take it up because I am a warrior. I'm truly a warrior at heart. You know, I'm truly a warrior at heart. But I will always defend myself. I am a man. I am a man. I will always defend myself. I will always stand on my square. I will always stand. And I don't really business. I go tell you, say I go always first them. I go always first them because God send me here to live my life. Him send me here to live. Live, not feel no guilt for no pussy hole out there. No pussy hole where I will serve the devil. When me and give no pussy hole a chance over me, right? Cause what that going to lead to? And this man still is the vessel for the devil. You think that going to change him heart or not? No. No, the devil already have him soul from the moment him set eyes him open him eyes to the world. It already written in stone what he was going to become. So it's all that chance you give some of them people is a waste of time. You can't give, we have to look upon level. There's levels to this shit. There is levels. There is levels. You can't give somebody where is a murderous monster the same chance. You have to, if you willing to give them a chance, all them chance that you give them have to have stipulations, policies, so them follow. This is why the prison system work the way it work. You see me? You have to have all sort of regulations because you can't afford this person to fuck up again. You can't afford this person to fuck up again. Because if them fuck up, it is in people life that in jeopardy. But this is the thing I see with life now. Life now is not about how influential people trying to fight against people, gatekeepers. Gatekeepers, you see a lot of Smiths nowadays, more than back in. I don't know if people used to see Mr. Smiths, but it's just a reoccurring thing where you see a lot of agents, people, them just a pop out of nowhere and when I'm talking and I'm saying it in um a sense where for make it seem like some conspiracy, but a lot of people when you're doing good or positive or trying to make a positive mark on the world, you start seeing them Mr. Smiths pop up. They start come with all sort of divisiveness, want to take your time away from what you're doing, or feel as give you this impression as if something this insignificant thing, this insignificant moment or intervention is more important than the path that you're on. And then the worst part about it, this is why I would consider it as them as agents or these people are Smith, because they show the same character and demeanor. They might not exude the intelligence, but just I don't feel like in reality the Mr. Smith would be really necessarily intelligent because for somebody to become a vessel, they have to be inferior. They're whatever is possessing them body now, the spirit or the soul or the consciousness that has to be that's possessing the body now has to be inferior to whatever entity they're making embody or possess them. Right? Cause you have a complete stranger. You don't know this stranger. I'm a complete stranger. And you out of nowhere come and feel entitled to know my name, know where I live, know everything about me. I'm not supposed to stop talking to you, or else me is crazy. And these are not people. These are not people where you say, I get it. Them get a lot of attention from, or they grow up where, where a guy who look like myself would provide them this attention and it's just literally weird. They look upon it and say, weird, maybe. Tell, I don't know. I just never been in this situation before. Right? I've always been in this situation. But the thing is, it just occurs that I've never opened my eyes that that depth because of the same thing that occurred while noticing where now I'm saying I'm a big man, I don't have no grounds to hold nothing to that. I don't have no grounds to believe in that. I don't have to believe in that. I know what you're doing is a distraction. I know what you're doing is to take me off path of what I need to do. I don't have to serve whatever purpose you want bring for me for this what 5 second lick or something and let me go back to work. Cause what you doing don't make no sense. Y'all see said this clearly said this man don't like me and you want me waste my time. And then so happens to be it so happens that this man also used to teach someone. He used to teach someone. This don't seem like a setup. This don't seem like a setup. I need my full pay salary, I need my full paycheck salary, whatever you want to call it, my wages, I need my full of I can't be wasting the time and this man a cut off, whatever. Cause him now look for cut off you females in there and him keep on arguing on blind for no reason. Blind for no reason. Blind for no reason and I don't say nothing. And yet y'all don't even like this motherfucker. That's how I know that this man is the devil. Cause him own minions don't like him. And them Satan complain about it and chat him all the time. All chat him with me. And I say, yo, I want to look for me and chat with me and you guys been nothing but about. I don't say nothing to me. Don't say about nothing to me, absolutely nothing. Don't say I don't even business on these emails, cause no turn me off. When I turn me off, me I say, yo, bro, me just stick to them supervisor here. Me not for rub elbows with them, cause I don't know where the fuck I go. When I sit down and chat, be a fuck about life. And I have no sense. Now no sense. I'm have all tell me all have to publicize it. And it's just a atrocity. Cause me I say, yo, John, no, Jamaica, I go to. I don't know. He can't go to nothing. Cause if me have to set this back on track. Cause me can't afford to go in a them position there. You see me? You see me? Me not complaining about no fucking politician and no. Me have to go get it. Me have to go get it on my own. I'm just a fight for it. But just a fight for it the whole time. I'm still a fight. You see me? Cause the shit that my family do to me, the shit that my family do to me, well, them is not my family. Them people is murderers, kidnappers. You know, Jano, if it wasn't for God, me I tell more time, you know, I noticing every day less and less I have to complain to God about. God, my sister is not really designed or what Him designed for me to come live the life that Him want me come live or, when I saying it, I'm not saying these things in an egotistic as if I really come from real dreadful hardship, and as time go by, the more I understanding. And the more I understand it, this understanding became a overstanding, or to say a comprehension of the circumstance, what was going on. But it's really hard to foster anything in as a melanated man, because nobody really feel like say you're deserving of anything. For me, for me, and this seems always seems like some exclusivity. And I say, make me want to ponder even further what's really going on in this country. What's really going on in this country? Cause why it seems like um there's a trend with violating my human rights. Cause me at 25 now, and people still violating my rights. I live in a household. I'm a tax-paying citizen, and I cannot get the police for people when walking in, coming in my hopping my fence, doing all sort of crazy shit. All day, other day, a man a come for stop me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna come on the internet, cause I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I was going to kill him, and I was going to kill him. And in the mere moment of going to kill him, 'cause I couldn't believe that I was going to go through with this and all the stuff I was doing. Right? 'Cause I found this guy got me so upset. I chasing this guy. I had always intend. Well, I just had in my mind say, you know what, I have to go through with killing this guy, 'cause this guy not gonna come out of my house. This guy not gonna come out, 'cause I don't know, maybe he's on crack, or whatever. I don't really care to think about. I just know that something is wrong with him. He's sick, and he's a problem, and he's sick on my ear, and he's me more my life him want to take. 'Cause I see him out there with a knife. I talked to him several times. I even bring up the police. I call the police. Police don't want to do none. Police want me come out of my house with this motherfucker right there to go make a report. Leave the sanguinity of my house. I don't even know how the fuck that make any sense. Right? So you know what I do? I go outside for him. Cause there was nothing else I could have do. So I went out there for him. Right? Him start running around the house. I saying, yeah, what you running around for? Where you running around? You know, till I finally chase him out my house. Then I realized this guy threw away my lock. Cause when I run him out my house, I just was going to lock the gate. And if I see him copping my fence, then I just going to fuck him up on the fence. I'm going to fuck him up on the fence. You're going to drop off the fence, and the moment you drop down, I'm going to stamp you. You see me? 'Cause I really didn't want. I was supposed to get up for go to work that morning. Like, oh no, it's like 3:33. When I saw him out there, it was 5 o'clock. I was still sleeping because I just came from overtime. So I wake up and I feel a presence of somebody outside my house. This individual is an associate of the CM cousin, relative, whatever. I can't even use these terms, but is of affiliate of Sachin Alman, right? He come up here, I get him outside. I throw him I get him outside my house. I have the decency to not have thrown the hammer so hard because, I never know so I was going to actually have to kill him. So I threw the hammer in him head and then rush him. And in the midst of rushing him, I seen say, yo, this brother is a dead man already. And I have realized that I grew up on Caillou, and I am a Catholic. I never kill anybody in my life before. So how am I going to go through with this? I don't know where I am anymore. You see me? Cause it's just a different thing. Like, I don't know. I just didn't know, and then it just seems so stupid to do that in the midst of that. Like, pause and reflect on life. Cause you say, yo, how I reach here, we are really killing motherfuckers after kill motherfuckers. This is getting too serious. Say, yo, it's really like I have to go out and kill all my enemies. Like y'all getting too much. I'm not entertaining. I don't even know you. I don't even know you, bro. You ran into my house and just do all sort of gay shit. And I'm not saying it as if and because I consider it gay. It's genuine gay shit. This man come turn my house into a chop house. Destroy my whole yard. My grandma kill my grandmother. And then it's nothing. I not supposed to, then then these the craziness that's going on surfing through them head, whatever serpent around whispering in them ears. I don't know. I don't know. This is the only way you can describe it. I am not a person who, maybe I don't know if I reach that level yet. Of I don't think when I'm talking, I don't want people to think I have doubt in myself. It's not that I doubt myself. I just know say the consist of how I would talk, the coherency of in the manner of the stuff I talking about might not be taken so seriously. Where I I publicizing this on the internet because it's gotten too much for me. I don't really have nobody. Then there is things that are occurring in my personal life that's affecting me detrimentally and making me feel like, I need I need a place of comfort. I need to document this. This becoming too much for me. You know, the internet is such a, what you would say, it's like a hit or miss, right? It's like a hit or miss. This this doing this, I have to think about all of my actions as a man, right? As a melanated man said, this in the future. Any action that I make to publicize myself can come to detrimentally um can come to be used as a tool against me in the future. You know, and the type of person I am, the genuinely, I'm just a free care, not, I say I'm a careless person, but I'm carefree. I like when my soul is free, you know. I like when to be free, cause there's none really holding me. I don't really, all the attachments, I don't really have no attachments. And it's people fighting for me for attachment. And the little attachments that I would like to feel comfortable in life, they don't want to even fuck with me like that. My girlfriend, I don't even know if she really want to consider me a girlfriend, boyfriend, or anymore, or whatever the fuck. She don't want to fuck with me like that. Where, I, I, I I have I saying, yo, want them bitches here in the islands, how them going on? So, like, miss, I receive more love from a crazy Yankee woman, a crazy Yankee bitch who was out for me for no reason, right? How is that possible? And this woman is not from my country, right? And this woman was telling me all sort of bullshit in my young years. In my young years, for what I don't know. Where I can say, yo, the stuff that she even tell me, although it break my heart, she did teach me a valuable lesson, right? Although I wouldn't really deal with her personally, right? And I still would working on things to, help me with my trauma. I feel like I passed that trauma and I recover from that trauma that she had done to me. I done a lot of meditation. I done a lot of things for help myself and help my soul heal from that. So I've healed, so I forgive her. I forgive her. In the sense of forgiveness, I don't want to say people think say, my opinion, not opinion, my perspective, I had changed. No, I what had changed was I've obtained the right perspective of what took place, right? And accepted it as it happened and that it took place in the past. And he has no grounds from what I see to affect me now. It don't have any grounds to affect me now, so it's best to think about it less and it might not make sense. You can think about something less. You can think about something less. Although multiplication and division does not exist, well, say the fact that, okay, that's true. But if I times anything by 0 point whatever, that's division. So I say I have five, say, why, what you would have said, 0.5. This is why fractions exist. 0.5 times 2 or 5. 5 is 2.5 and 2 is 1.5. You know, that's what you say, no? What I would say, what these online masons would say, or Moors, whatever them would say. And I really try to think about it. I really try to think about how me I get to work today, right? But I just saying things. I might not. I still trying to get the hang of things. I still trying to get the hang of things. It's real hard, and it's real hard. It's not really hard. It's just that I constantly have to watch over my back, and more time I spend a lot of time watching over my back. 'Cause you have to look both ways when you cross the street. And it's become a bad habit. I preoccupy my time, my whole life, looking over my back. You know, and the more and more I notice the boogeyman becomes less and less. The man behind the curtain is just a small little man. You know, then I look and the fact that this small little man, put me in this predicament, and now, not only he can help me to get out of my predicament, now that he had placed me in. God, he's really a small little man that has been saying a lot of stuff, and there was never any much truth to it. So, what am I to do now? Cause I just come to make him set the record straight, and he coming like he left for me for still get the record straight. So what more for do? 'Cause it was hell on journey, and then you see you take this journey and it was for nothing. It was for nothing, you know. I'm not saying my journey is for nothing. I just explaining like I just reach a part where I say I pull the curtain, and just seeing there is just nothing but everything, all these things that we've been taught growing up about spirits, these things. All these things dwell in our head, and it's just to align yourself, your body and mind accordingly to what you need, you know. So it's a fight for me because my mind, aligning my mind and body. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes when I operate, I'm not really conscious. And then bad habits. I'm glad I don't have a lot of bad habits. I don't have significantly resounding how growing up in the environment, I don't really have a lot of bad habits, right? I don't really have a lot of bad habits. I have a lot of micro habits that I consider bad or a nuisance, especially for me as a male, right? And it usually take out when I relax, over stress, that's a reason, but I can't go over it right now. Yeah, that's another thing. It's stressing. It's very stressing. It's very stressing. You know, I see like stress is the killer of man. It's really stress is the root of the rudimentary problem, right? 'Cause from stress hit you, it leave you vulnerable on multiple dimensions. Your immune system, your mental stability, your emotional stability, your health, stress, stress from stress lick you. You see me? So it's like it lowers your magnetic field, if you're not keeping a good head. I hate how in society feel like I'm forced to feel something about some, you know, especially negative things. You know, I'll always get excited or pumped to hear something positive or see something positive or do being participating in something positive. But with the negative things, I don't really care for it. It's hard not having no support, and I do what I have to do. I do what I have to do to be where I am. You know, women have to focus. It's already hard enough in life, and the people making it harder because the devil put them in a position to be alright so they can wreak havoc, right? Where them still in misery, they're still in misery and unsatisfied, or not grateful, or this and that, and present a different um persona to the world, right? Because this is what these people do. I notice this is what these people do, present a different persona of the world of as they're up for this and that because like essentially what everybody discover when they come in, they need people. They need people. They need other people outside themselves to get whatever task that they're doing done. You constantly, your prerogative since you come here is to do something, right? Right? And you don't notice this. You don't notice this. You might never notice this, right? Until some people come to notice this. Some people come to notice this. Some people come to notice this on their journey. And some people come to notice when they already reach where they need to reach. to continue chatting. If they choose to continue chatting, I always going to be continuing chatting. I see in this world what it really is. And it's really a matrix. It's really a matrix. And people might saying stuff. Yo, there's levels to this. There's really levels to this. You're literally not even what these motherfuckers told you that you were, that taught you in school that you were. You're not even that. You're so far from that. Yo, if you only could have comprehend the stuff, you are literally vibration, frequency, and energy that's been the flesh that you're constantly complaining about and how you look and appearance and this and that is just being crystallized. It's just being crystallized in the space-time continuum. You see me? You are bending space and time itself just to exist, right? And this is you doing this every day, every day, every day, not every day, the whole, your whole lifespan you've been doing this. And people don't know how phenomenal that is. That's why life is so, it's taken for granted by a lot. It's taken for granted. It really hurt that life so good. I've for the last time I've been independent, operating independently, working. I really enjoy at the beginning of work. It was it was very it bring me peace. It made me feel like I was somebody. I'm working man class. People see me classy, people respect. Some people hide it, but it really meant a lot to me. Really meant a lot to me. Even to hear some of my customers on the phone and the stuff that just they could have tell my whole in character just by me saying my introduction. You know, 'cause I guess they made me realize a deeper part of myself. I talk with conviction. I'm very passionate. All the stuff that I set for myself. Maybe some of it is intentionally and unconsciously too. All these traits and stuff, people see, people really do see. And the stuff that the stuff that occurs that I keep on getting involved in this country in, it just occur these people only attacking, only want to take my life or destroy my life based upon this insecurity to what I have developed. I have focused on all these things that you see that is about my persona um that seems to be attractive. I build I build it up by myself. I don't really like to go in a people's space because I'm very sensitive to even magnetic fields. Though I might be around you, so I don't have to be around you in the future. So I might comfortably pretend to be comfortable around you to not be around you in the future, right? Because that's how I'm very sensitive and to those stuff entering your bioelectric magnetic field. Well, is actually magno magno electric, not electric magnetic or whatever it is. Well, like I said, with that, I can't tolerate 'cause a lot of people be doing a lot of toxic things and have a lot of bad habits where they don't display upfront, but you can detect it. You can detect it, and I can, you know, these people make it seem like there's not more to this world than what it is. There's a lot of things, and it's not that you're not detecting it or you're not able to sense it or whatever. It's more like you're not in tune with your body. That's a simple way to put it without going out. 'Cause I have work. I can't be right here. I'll be talking too much. But it's really I just need to get this stuff off my chest so I can function properly. 'Cause that's what I really looking for. It just hurts. Another thing when you hurt, it just hurts. It feel like how how I have to go on this level just to live my life and some of y'all living quite alright in whatever stage or dimension or plane, lower plane to myself. And I've matriculated and still it seems like I need to put out a lot more work, you know, a lot more work, and it's just this total fear, not total fear. It feel like I don't want to put no word on it to tie it with nothing. But I just want to be comfortable and able for so I can able for do more and continue doing, you know. And when I create these videos and I'm looking to become YouTube famous, I would do like some attention to my thing, at what's going on in my life. I would like uh, to bring it to public attention, you know. God, them pushing me down a path really, and I don't want to say nothing about it. But when things get too much, I don't have nobody to really go to and sit down and talk to and really connect like many of you people. Many of you people may be in that predicament, but where it's not violent, where you realize there's nobody that you can talk to and really relate to, or not even relate to you, or really feel compassion with what you're saying, or give you that time and love and this and that. With them females nowadays, if you're not moving like some pimp, if you're not moving like a pimp, it make no sense. With them, it make no sense you live life. Cause they're not going to show you absolutely no love. All if you deal with them right, the more you even show them respect out here. Cause if you open a door for some of them will fight you. They will verbally fight you or go on like you some kind of idiot. And me I say like, maybe I am really an idiot. Cause who me a open door for you, trash. Cause you're right, you're damn right. Who me I look for open door for rubbish for? Me is a damn fool for real. You see me? That's how it is. It's like these people know them place in the world and just want to take something there. Them just want to stay there. So who am I to really disturb the path that these people chosen for themselves? Who am I? Who am I? Them all have them own free will. I just don't like how it seem like I not sucking these people into my world. 'Cause I wasn't even thinking about them. I wasn't even thinking about them. You see me? So now since it's that and you constantly have to be involved in my life or this and that, and antagonist way coming antagonistic. You see me? I don't have nobody, nothing you can't trust nobody. It's literally where you can't trust, and it's not even like that, you know. It's not even like that outside this country, this corrupt, vile country, right? And people might hear me say that and take offense. Yo, fuck your feelings. I don't really care. Yeah, and I think the problem is, we need more tourists. We need more people to come and live and bring y'all culture aspects of y'all culture, cultural understanding of this and that. Cause these people don't know how to be like act like people out here. They don't know how to act like people. They are telling you. I'm telling you. I remember just the other day, you know, they're making it look too bad out here. They're making it. I felt so ashamed. I felt so ashamed. We have our white bosses, right? We have our white clients who who's supposed to be something there of our business. For some reason they always give us candy instead of giving us raises. But I don't really say nothing on it. I just take it and be thankful and be grateful. Say, at least him give me something. Cause them niggas here, them won't even give me my paycheck. Them would have me a pay them. Right? The man give us the candy in the office for all of us to share. And instead of sharing it amongst each other, one individual, this and then say savagery, the savagery. Yo, there was no decency, there was no thought of decency in her approach to even take up the thing for herself. She had to do it in the most savage way. The individual, my colleague, I shame to call it her my colleague, but it's an individual. And I'm telling you, say, yo, it might just seem like this is just me just ranting on about, you know, just chatting about stuff. But I just wanna show you, 'cause I couldn't believe it. I thought people out here had parents and was grown with house training and this and that. I, I don't even know. 'Cause I don't even, that make me don't even know where I am anymore. Why I know. I'm not even saying I don't know. 'Cause that's a bad affirmation. That's a bad affirmation to say you don't know. I only speak it when it's true. Only speak it when it's true. You get me? Only speak it when it's true. But there's a lot of levels to life that I have to learn, relearn, well, unlearn. There's a lot of levels to life. There's a lot of things that are being taught about, a lot of things, you know, to put you in a position, to mold you into a position where you'll always compromise yourself. You always will sabotage yourself. Even if you had good intent, even if it totally wasn't your intention to sabotage yourself, right? Like you have people who the church build up to be too honest. Not everybody you for go around to and share your business with. Or if people who ask you a lot of questions, cause they for up and show off as if they're interested in you, right? But necessarily you can't judge say everybody who shows some kind of interest, whether a man or a female, whether you are a man or you're a female, right? And a lot of females might come to know this already, right? And this is why some want to take on to be so manipulative at such a young early age, right? So you can't be always honest. You have to sometimes hide the truth from certain people when they show, so when they, but the thing is when they show or display. But certain times, sometimes you have to understand, this is your life, this is your life, and you can choose who and who you want into your life. You want come into your circle, right? Sometimes it just occur that somebody, when you just see somebody on the street and you see like it's somebody from your past life just reconnecting with you, right? They see you and you see them, but you and them don't know, right? And you just click. You just click and you don't even really understand why you click, right? What they call it, twin flames. But outside of that, because that's a total different thing. Some of us out here not clicking with people, but feel obligated, or that's a slave mind. That's slave mind. That's slave, and these people taking you off. These are the people who are the Mr. Smiths. They're trying to be gatekeepers for taking you off, cause yes, to the point where you have to even wonder how this person coincidentally taking me off my path. I have nothing to do with my path whatsoever. You see me? There's levels to this. The Matrix movie, I'm not saying that we know computer simulation, right? But what's the difference? What's the difference? What would be the difference, and what would stop you from doing what you have to do? Oh, cause that's the first thing, that's the first impression that come to my mind when I discover this, right? What, how this going to stop, right? It's not going to stop me, by any means necessary. You see me? By any means necessary. Cause I go do it until I'm strong. And then when I'm strong, I go do it. Cause it's hard. It's really hard. And people don't know. People, let me not say that. Cause that's a bad information too. Cause I still try find my internal compass, which still trying uh, align myself properly, right? Cause some of us can't align ourselves, and we don't align ourselves in the proper, right? And it might come off as we aligning ourselves properly, right? And we really and truly, it's just ego. It's really and truly ego. And this is why I feel affect a lot of the world today with a lot of cultists building up big influence. But that's not my business. And whoever listen to me, I don't think you should make it your business, right? If you listen to me, right? Not saying if you listen to me, people, whatever other people going on in their life shouldn't affect you or worry, because these are the things that you don't want to be happening in your self now, presently. right? You don't want these things to be occurring inside yourself, right? Certain things, I feel like in life you just don't need an understanding of, right? Negative things, you know. You just leave it alone. If it's not for you, you just know say it's not for you. Maybe that was his purpose, right? But be infected by whatever disease, because it's always some disease. This ease, they're suffering from some diseasement, you know, and you don't want that rub off. Because, because in the case of me, I work too hard to reach where. A lot of times I see a lot of people, times the people they like to force the indoctrination onto you, regardless of whatever. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be a Christian, Muslim. They don't have to be even a part. People like to force the indoctrinations and the belief systems, and especially if you are in a position that makes them feel insecure about themselves, right? And it's like almost like you're supposed to be in a tug of war with them, right? And you not being in a tug of war with them convince them that you probably is a crazy person just for the mere fact because their intelligence so inferior, them have to resort to slander, resort to things that you know they know say, oh, well, from you call a melanated man, they don't even treat me as a black man. They treat me less than a black man. You know, I find it hard to even call myself black in a no terms where it's not even me self-hating no more. These people just don't like me. Anybody under that identifier, right? Majority of them don't like me. They don't like to see me. I don't fully, to them, I don't fully meet that criteria. I don't carry myself in a manner like they do. And it does feel like I can't ever will, right? So it's cool. All those times, I don't regret nothing because they taught me a lesson. All of those times where I was pro-black and I was no Pan-African, but I was pro-black. But, to see this hideous reaction now being grown, uh, it's not even say I act any way in any kind of manner that would make somebody perceive me as something to who is of that ideology to see me as something, something less, or I don't even know what to describe it as because it does occur, it don't make any sense to me. It's always to just write me off. Where I don't even know how, because a lot of them on this internet thing, if you've seen my history, right, if you people who watch me before, I've created this channel. I have a history where I used to rep that information. I used to be on people platform repping that information. It just I feel offended. I feel offended. But and I take, I go realize no, there's no sense to be offended. Because it's nothing. It's nothing to me. It's nothing to me. So You know, so this is the thing that I just try and put out there. You know, and I just try and improve myself as an individual, as a soul. You know, I'm not a body that has a soul. I'm a soul in a body, right? And my purpose is to master this body that I am in, right? Because it's my servant, right? So where in the Bible it talks about we are servants of God. The consciousness that dwells inside of you is a piece of God. Well, it's not even peace, because everything is one whole, right? I know this might sound, but this is the reality of things. This is the things that you can't see, but supposed to look for, right? That's the understanding I have come to, right? The pineal gland is the philosopher's stone. Your pineal gland, when they're talking about calcify, it has calcium, what calcium carbonate crystals, and these crystals act like actual crystals, or crystals. They use crystals in radios, in your TV, almost every technological device there is that picks up a signal, and this is the information that they're hiding. Well, it's not hiding. They never hide it because it was always in plain sight. You know, at times they feel like people hide it from themselves. People have hide it from themselves, right? So now people maybe hear about DMT and stuff like that, melatonin. I've already stated the pineal gland is Mary and the pituitary gland is Joseph. These two things work co-op with each other. So, because the pituitary gland act as, what you would call it. The pineal gland is a transducer, and the pituitary gland acts as a, what you would call it now. It produces a magnetic field that interferes with the pineal gland and basically charge it. Charge is a bad word. Charge is the wrong word. But there is a substance that is produced that they call it the milk and honey. DMT is the milk, and the honey is the melatonin, right? Melatonin breaks down to melanin, dopamine, and all these things. But these things have a quantum electromagnetic effect. So when these particles have collide with each other, right? When these particles collide with each other, right? It creates the reality that we see before us. So really and truly, I guess Plato was right. We're not only seeing things because of light bouncing, reflecting off of our eyes. We are literally projecting the reality that we see before us. And this is called perspective, right? Then your internal compass, right? Help manifest. Your internal compass is that feeling, the feeling when you feel sad, when you feel happy, when you feel angry, when you feel certain feelings are just not good for you, not positive, because they put down, they produce, they allow and produce chemical reactions inside your body that breaks down your immune system and low weakens your magnetic field, right? That make you vulnerable for all forms of attacks, like spiritual attacks, mental attacks, viral attacks, right? Right? So, you know, how this all affects the pineal gland. You manifest whatever state that you're in. So if you're in a constant, perpetual state of sadness, you're only going to see sadness, right? It's a two-way thing. We're producing what we see and we're seeing what we produce, and this is conducive to a habit. Start from patterns, right? Cycle is a cycle that started, and it's to break that cycle, you know, by letting go and seeing that this thing is not attached to you. You know, so this is what I have to come to realize, you know, but certain times it's real hard. It's real hard when you don't even have no support system and you don't really feel love coming from people. You don't feel love. You might feel the love of the earth and the world, but you can't even come to enjoy that experience because somebody always up to something good. Somebody always trying to after you and kill you. I can't even stay in my backyard. I can't even stay in my backyard because not because I'm afraid, but I will take the precautions. And then, you know, I don't really have the energy sometimes to get into no squabble. No man, for 25 years, you tell me say you're going to sit down and keep on putting yourself in a position where a man can pull out a gun on you at any time. No, you're going to learn and say, oh, you know, when I'm on the streets, I just do what I have to do on the streets and be there, be like that, what it requires of me to survive on the streets when I need to be on the streets. But if I don't need to be, man, I need to be putting myself out there and compromising my position more than it has been compromised. So that's how I feel about it. Till I get my shit together and get it right. So that's just generally how I view things, you know, because it's hard dealing with, like, especially with them females here and money. Niggas can't get even him foot up before, because them wasn't there for you when you're in hard times. And now when you make a little money, them not even want to deal with you properly. Them don't even want to deal with it properly. And I never have no mother or no real supportive female in my life like that. Ever, ever, ever. If it's anything, is this a little white American woman and these females out here pushing me for say, you know what, I don't. If it wasn't for the ones them where me see that is West Indian, when know them West Indian heritage and something there will make me feel appreciative to be around them in them prison. Mother say, yo, mother don't be like them other brothers, say, you know. But me wouldn't be open with it though. Me wouldn't be open with it like somebody. Cause me not so hurt. Me never really did care. like that. You know, I mean, I say all the better. All the better. Them white man with some sense here, I don't know where they come from. Me I say all them Chinese man here. I say all the better y'all white man and China man I do we a favor. You know doing us a favor. You see me? But I wouldn't have be public with it. I wouldn't have be public with it. You know, you just would have sit and just build up all sort of thoughts in your head towards me for come attack. Me really annoy, me really and truly a person. Me not into the bullshit with like that, you know. You know, so I don't like people coming and feel like they can threaten my life, say any bag of shit, what they want, and it's cool and it's fine and dandy. I don't think the Lord would even stand for that. You see me? I don't even, cause if I get cause the history that I have experienced in the history, what I have experienced when you allow people to do these things, they don't ever stop, you know, from them catching their gears, feel they feel some kind of insecurity. Them want become a repeated offender. Cause them feel like say you never get them the first time. You never get them the first time. So you know, I would like to have stay away from people like that and their opinions. Cause saying like you're very opinionated. You'd be a very opinionated individual to feel as if whatever you saying is right, then why am I here, the place where I'm here? Cause you're wrong. Cause I would have been where you saying I should have been. No, if that was the door for open up for me. But it happened said that door had been locked. So instead of opening the chain for broke that door open, right? Broke that door open. I just walked through the door that was already open because it make more sense. Or is that so difficult? Why is that so difficult? It don't have to be difficult, you know. It's people making life difficult, you know, unnecessarily for others. You know, it's one thing you do your thing in your body and vessel. That's your body. I cannot come live in your body with you. You know, there's so much things you can do, time you get for do on this earth, you know, and you have to make good use of the time. You know, I'm not saying, you know, for me personally, I saying, you know, if I taking I cashing in on my eternal life. You know, I got God promised me that and I cashing in on that. You see me? Cause me not looking to leave we start over accidentally. Do nothing with you people anymore. Not my viewers, you know. I talking generally with the life, what all the stuff I went through. Just to be honest, is a feeling I always have. Say, yo, Jano, you know, if me pass away happen to had pass away, if that could happen, right? If I had moon start over and they're back with the same set of people just in a different face. With a different face. You see me? The same car, me say, yo, we left unattended. You people coming like on worse than the not my viewers, you know. I talking generally like in perspective to my family. Many people have grown up, right? As in you people, these people coming like the worse than the devil. And this seems like it's stuff they are attracted in lifetime over multitude of lifetime. And it's not even say they're not learning, they just don't care. You see me say every time them get them reset, them blank to anything positive. They come back and reap the same havoc that they were wreaking before. Right? Like soulless, mindless reptilian creatures. Right? So all when we are talking about this unite thing with this probe under this ideology, cause why can't we unite under the right ideology? We just can't. We just can't. Cause like I say, some of these souls just being spit back out here to wreak havoc, and it's just a lesson them that's not learning. They just cannot learn. So I personally trying to meditate myself, say, I have to accept the idea. I don't really accept it. But say if it does happen that I have, I don't want to even publicize that. But say something make me not here. And nothing is not going to make, not a thing not going to make me here. Cause, you have to really be conscious about this stuff, especially that you publicize on the internet. You can't say anything. A lot of years this going to reach, a lot of years that it's going to reach, and ideas and, like I say, protecting our own reality. But, people might not understand what I'm saying now. Might sound like, oh, this dissertation from this crazy foreigner, this immigrant, because majority people